In this video, I'm going to show you how I built this monster truck mega ramp. To start this project, I took a piece of hardboard and had to figure out what kind of bend or jump I could make out of this thing. I'm sure there's a better way to figure this out, but I just screwed it to a 2x4, clamped that to my workbench, and tried to lay it out about how I envisioned it. I tested out a bunch of different angles to make sure the truck stayed on its wheels, but also had enough speed to actually jump off the other end. There's a ton of flex in this material when it doesn't have any real support under it, so eventually I just said good enough and hoped it would work. Trying to mark this line turned out to be pretty challenging. I ended up just doing the best I could to get it close, and then I tried to smooth it out on the table before I eventually cut it out with the jigsaw. In hindsight, I think I would have been better off cutting the hardboard to width and then trying to mark this line. With the first one cut out, it looks like this might actually work, so I used that one as a template and cut the other side. Then I clamped both sides together and sanded them with 80 grit sandpaper to smooth and even them out. To determine the proper width, I laid out 4 small trucks with 3/4 inch spacers in between them. These trucks can get a little squirrely, so I need to put some kind of railing in between them to keep them going straight down the track. And I confirmed that the big trucks will work too. Once I had the total width of 15 inches, I subtracted 3/4 of an inch for the sides, then set up a stop block on my miter saw and cut all the 2x4 supports. I pre-drilled holes and installed the first 2 supports using a scrap piece of plywood as a spacer so the end panel will fit flush with the sides when I'm all done. Then did the same thing with the other side. And repeated the process with the rest of the bottom supports. This next part is kind of embarrassing, but I'm going to show you anyway. I wanted to cut a recess for the hardboard to sit in so it didn't look like a sandwich on the side. I didn't have the correct router bit to do this, so I attempted to do it using the router table fence as a guide with a flush trim bit. That kind of worked at the top where I started because it was relatively flat, but obviously didn't work at all on the curve. Probably not the best camera angle either, so sorry about that. I ended up just doing it by hand, which will work fine. You won't see how terrible this looks when the hardboard is on, and the 2x4 supports will make sure the top sits flush with the sides. I ripped a 2x4 in half and then cut them to length so I could install them roughly every 8 inches under the track. Then I ripped the hardboard to a 14 3/4 inch width. And finally, I could test fit the top and see how this thing works. Definitely gonna need some track walls. My plan was to rip thin strips of 1x4 on the table saw to use as guardrails to keep the trucks in their lanes. In my initial testing, it seemed like I could get enough flex out of an 1/8 thick strip of the 1x4 to bend over the track surface to use as the rails. However, when I tried to stack 3 together to get the height correct, it created all kinds of problems. Actually, really just one problem. They kept breaking. I'm going to go ahead and kill the audio there because this is a family show. After a lot of fighting, frustration, and some other F words, I came up with a system that worked. Here's me rambling on about what I did, but basically I just used a bunch of the broken pieces by sandwiching them all together and staggering the joints. This took quite a bit of time and planning ahead, but it did work out all right in the end. There is a little bit of good news. Good news is the tracks do seem to work with the trucks. So it at least works the way I want it to, so I'm going to try and fix this up a little bit, and then we'll put the next few on, and hopefully things go a little smoother. After setting the first rail, I made a jig to keep the widths even and make sure the trucks had enough room in each lane. I cut a piece of scrap as wide as the track, then cut 4 pieces slightly wider than a monster truck for lane spacing. Then I screwed it all together and used that to install the rest of the rails evenly. After a surprise inspection, it was back to work. And eventually, I finished the rails. Of course, I had to do some testing to make sure it worked with both the normal size and the larger trucks. The last thing I had to figure out was the starting line. First, I used a large truck to mark where the start should be, then marked the center of each lane. I'm going to use dowels to hold the trucks in place and cut an L-shaped groove in the track so you can slide the dowel over and let it fall flat to start the race. I marked the L shape in the middle of each lane, drilled a hole, and then used the router to cut them out. Then I marked the center line underneath the start and drilled a hole for the larger dowel. That worked out nicely. All that was left to do now was drill some holes for the starting dowels and a couple of handles. After installing the end panels and giving the whole thing a quick sanding, it was ready for its final test and my favorite customers.
Oh my gosh!
Overall, this was a super fun project. If I were to do it over again, I'd use the full 8-foot length of the hardboard and probably make the jump a little bit flatter so I could get a little more speed and distance out of the trucks. My kids love it though, so I think it was definitely worth the effort. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, consider subscribing, and good luck to you on your next project.